Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. Like I said, a lot of things are going on right now. Get out and enjoy the great outdoors. Pheasant season started yesterday. You know, one of my favorite things to do is visit the pheasant farm as they're getting those collected and ready to be going out to get stocked. I enjoy my trip every year to the Loyal Sock Game Farm.
We're at the Loyal Sock Game Farm in Lycoming County. It's one of two of the Pennsylvania Game Commission's facilities. We're raising ringneck pheasants for the sportsmen of Pennsylvania. The Loyal Sock Game Farm is 300 acres. There's about 100 acres of that under netting that we raise the birds on. There's 27 holding pens right now, and we're expanding. So a little more space for to spread the birds out and stuff, so which makes a nicer bird too.
So we used to have 4 or 5 or 6 of these farms, down to 2, right?
Right. We had 4 farms about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. We closed 2 of them, one in Cambridge Springs and one that was just north of here, about 11 miles, the North Central Farm. And we're down to 2 farms. There's the Southwest Game Farm in Armstrong County and this game farm that we're still raising birds on.
Years ago, you started from eggs right on up, but tell me the process now.
Now we're buying day-old chicks from a provider that brings us about 21,000 birds per hatch. We get 7 hatches a year now, so we get about 135,000 day-old chicks every spring, and we raise them until it's time to stock them.
Males and females?
Yeah, we're doing 75% roosters, 25% hens.
So several years ago, they started with the pheasant hunting permit. How's that going, and is that helping you along the way here?
Yep, there's funds coming in from the pheasant permit, and we're selling about 45,000 pheasant permits a year. It's right around there. The last thing I saw here about a week ago is it's up a little bit this year, which is good. So the hunters are asking for more pheasants and more roosters.
This is literally one of my favorite stories to do of all times. Seems quiet now. Thousands of pheasants behind me. The guys are going to jump in this raceway and start walking at us, and it's going to be nothing but feathers and cackling. So physically today, tell me what's going to happen. You're going to have guys walk in. What is the procedure?
Crew will come into the pens behind us, and they'll go down and they'll drive the birds into a runway that goes the whole length of the farm, and they'll drive them up here. We'll go in and catch them, put them in crates, load them on the trucks, and send them to their respective counties.
So the guys just entered the raceway. This is going to be funny. They just entered the raceway, and they're making their way towards us, and you could see what looks on the ground. Those are ringneck pheasants, and they're all slowly but surely coming at us. And this is one of my favorite things in the world to see. I have done this several times in the past. That's a hysterical thing to be in there with tens of thousands of pheasants all trying to get away from you.
Yep, it gets a little crazy at times and a little hard on you. When they get closer, they start flying around and hitting you and stuff, but you get used to it.
And here they come. And here they come. So after about a 15-minute walk up the raceway, these guys managed to have corralled about 1,500 pheasants. I'm going to say, I'm not a big counter of pheasants. And now they're going to be put in boxes. So from here, the rest of the crew gets involved. They grab the pheasants, they put them in boxes, coming to hometown near you.
Yep, we corralled them into the catching area, and they're picking them up 5 birds at a time and handing them out to take them to the truck.
Now, each one of those crates carries how many pheasants?
The wooden crates carry 10 birds, and the plastic ones that we're switching to carry 5.
Okay. So these guys are, once a truck is done, they grab some hens and they're gone.
Yep.
Now, what you're not seeing, because I don't have a camera, is Brian actually has a pheasant on his head. But that's part of the job. Pheasants on your head. Part of the job.
Part of the hassle.
Part of the hassle. So how many total across the state and throughout what period are they going to be stocked?
Starting this week, right on through till the end of December, we'll stock birds for the whole state, and it's going to be about 215,000 this year, 218,000, somewhere in there. That's just based on, the goal is 220,000 birds statewide.
So these trucks that are showing up to be loaded, they're from mostly eastern Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we do the whole eastern half of the state from this farm, and the southwest farm does the western half of the state.
And if you had to describe your pheasants, the beauty of them, the health of them, what do you say?
We're pleased with the way they turn out. We're trying to raise a good quality pheasant for the sportsmen, and so far, so good.
I love the trip to the Loyalsock Game Farm. So there you know, the pheasants are being stocked. They'll continue to be stocked right through Christmas. But the Pennsylvania Game Commission wants to make you aware of avian flu. There are some guidelines that you should follow if indeed you're out hunting them, and more information on where they're being stocked, and even an interactive map. All of that can be found on the Pennsylvania Game Commission homepage. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.